reason, they just weren't really. They weren't that lively. You know, they were there, but they weren't into the show. And I'm just kind of following the lead. Big shows, you know, say do this, do that, you know. And then he says, "All right, feet up for the chokeslam." I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're going home now." And he gives me the chokeslam, and he goes, "Kick out."
Whoa.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I kicked out, and when I kicked out of the chokeslam, that's when the crowd came.
Oh, they woke up.
They were like, "Oh!"
Yeah, nobody does that.
Yeah. So Big Show, of his own accord, trying to get some life into the house, he allowed me to kick out of his choke slam, only for me to go under to the big right hand just a few minutes later. But we got the crowd back, and that's the kind of guy that Big Show was to me. So, you know, I know like there are people that probably don't think a lot of Big Show because he used to be pretty rough on some people, but he was always good to me. Always. I got nothing bad to say about Big Show.
Did that big right hand ever catch you?
Not once.
Right on.
Not once. And I tell people all the time, like when you're dealing with giants, guys like Big Show, you don't really understand the true skillfulness that he possesses. Because half of his match is not killing you. Because you got to think, if he trips and falls on you, you're going to the hospital, man. If that big giant soup bone that he calls a hand actually connects, you're going to the hospital, man. So his skillfulness in being a giant that can look like he's killing you, but not. That's, you know, I tip my hat to those guys that are good at that level. Because that punch looked great. Not once did he ever hurt me. Now, what did hurt was that big skillet frying pan sized hand. And now me, I'm a player, right? His fingers are like the size of sausages. Like Big Show can't pick his nose. He has to clean his nose with Q-tips because his finger won't fit in his nose. So on the outfit that I used to wear, the zipper, you know, when he would do his and then do the big chop. Well, when he would do it on my suit, it wouldn't make as much noise. So we figured out like he had to unzip it to open it up. But his fingers, he couldn't always get the zipper right. So me, you know, all right, he takes care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. Glutton for punishment that I am. I would open it up just a little bit so that, you know, he could do it the rest of the way. So I would leave it partially unzipped. And we get to the point in the match where he would back me up to the corner and give me a couple shots and then unzip my suit and hold it open. And then I'd just be like, here we go. Here we go. Damn. Okay. Deep breath. And he did that. And if you can imagine somebody taking a good old-fashioned cast iron skillet and just rearing back and slapping you across the chest with it. Because you get that big slap sound, but it would be like a thud that would come with it because those big acromegaly bones in his hand would just, and it really would knock the wind out of me. I really need a few seconds to get literally catch my breath because it'd just be like, oh, man. But I appreciated every bit of it.
Right on. So guys, I'm gonna ask MVP a few more questions, but if you would like to ask me a question, just line up at the microphone for me, please. And Ryan Williams visuals will come over to you. Just line up at the mic if you got a question for MVP. So Pete, next question for me. You had the VIP lounge segment. Like when you were handed that kind of platform, was this something that you pitched or was it WWE giving you the idea?
Yeah, I actually did want some sort of a talking segment. And I got hired because Vince saw my promos and I said, man, let's get this kid on TV. So they knew that I could talk. And when I was in Deep South, you know, I was doing promos. So one thing that I established about myself very early on, that I was very capable on the mic. And I said, yeah, I'd like some sort of talk segment. And I remember we got back and forth and came up with the VIP lounge, and Vince was 100% on board. And a lot of the time it was the crossover segment, which is one of the more important parts of the show. The opening, the crossover, and the ending are like the main points. And for a while, I remember Jack Swagger used to call me Mr. Crossover because I'd have the VIP lounge, or sometimes we would open the show with the VIP lounge, which is huge. Yeah. And then my match would be the crossover segment. So I was getting a lot of TV time and really putting work in, and I